All right, it is 9:30 in the morning and we are starting out on travel day number 2. Now, last night at the Walmart, our first night on the road, we both slept not so well.
Yeah.
There was a
Although I must have slept more than I thought, because
you were snoring multiple times. If you snored.
No, but when I snore, that means I'm really tired.
Yep. So we're trying to make it to Cheyenne today, and as you can see, the Lincoln Drive Dash says it's 359 miles, 5 hours, 7 minutes. Should be there at 2:30.
I wonder if we go through a time change.
I don't know. And then because we're not en route, it says we'll arrive at 3:01 on the Garmin, and it says it is it doesn't say how far it is. That's why I like the Lincoln Drive Dash. So if we really get there at 2:30, then we are going to maybe try to find something a little bit further. But there's a Walmart there that Cindy knows that we can boondock at and stay at without any problems. And I'm sure we're going to need some stuff. Last night we went in, we had broken some bowls, so we bought some new bowls.
Just two.
And some organic pretzels. So we're going to get on the road. And the only issue we had last night is one of the reasons I couldn't sleep is I set the auto gen and the furnace ran a lot. It got down to 27 degrees last night, and when the generator cranked, it would run smooth and then it would start pulsating or surging. So I don't know if it's because we're at 6,400 feet, if the elevation and the air was making it do that, or if maybe the fuel filter. We just had it serviced on our way to Montana, so I don't know what's up with that. I'll keep an eye on that. But so of course I couldn't sleep because it was surging. I was waiting for it to blow up or quit working or something. So we're gonna get out of this Walmart in Evanston, Wyoming, and head to Cheyenne. So we'll see you down the road.
Alright, so we just pulled out of the Walmart parking lot. This is a cute little town.
It is a cute little town.
I almost wish we could had, time, or we could have parked and gone in to the little town to explore it a little bit. It looks like a really cool little town.
Turn left onto Wyoming.
They don't turn very well.
Wyoming 89 south.
Alright, that was easy getting out of there.
It was a lot easier than when we did it in the snow.
I know.
Turn left on I-80
Yeah,
east.
you were panicking trying to go up this hill in the snow. Alright, so we're going to go on I-80 East.
Eventually.
Oh, wow. Another stoplight.
Gosh, the sun is terrible.
Turn left on I-80 east.
Let's see if we get stopped by this other stoplight. We're 2 for 2.
Turn left onto the ramp to I-80 east.
Ah,
then
turned
merge onto
green.
I-80 east.
I think we're going to enjoy this ride a little bit more than we did last time. See the sights. And we are Back on I-80. Looks like the traffic is going to be pretty good.
I always like
On
good
I-80
traffic.
East for 357 miles.
That trucker's not having a good day.
So the Garmin finally put the mileage up. It shows the exact same mileage as the Lincoln Drive Dash.
Awesome. All right, crossing the Bear River. The
So-
one,
So I wonder if we're going to cross the Continental Divide today. I think we do. We have climbed up to 7,343 feet. And if you look out there, we got another huge hill to go up.
so I think it's going to be a lot of this, up, down,
Yeah.
and Elk Mountain is on this stretch. And if I remember correctly, we go through a tunnel.
Yeah, I don't remember where the tunnel is. I do think we climb Elk Mountain today. One thing I've noticed that Wyoming doesn't do is I haven't seen any signs that say 6% grade the next 5 miles or whatever. It's just straight up and down, up and down, up and down. So I do think we're crossing the Continental Divide. I wonder if they'll have a sign that says, you know, Continental Divide or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Bar Hat Road. This is just a street sign for an exit. Look at that windmill farm. I don't see a one spinning.
No. Watch the windows again. A lot of bugs in Utah and
There's a lot of bugs no matter where you go. It
And
doesn't matter what
Wyoming and
state you're
Montana.
in.
and it doesn't help that it's just a flat piece of glass. There's no way for them to go over.
We are enjoying this view so
Okay.
much more than the last time.
Look at the size of this hill we're going up. Seems like all we've been doing today is climbing. But I tell you what, this V10 gas-powered motorhome, I don't see why people say you have to have a diesel. This is like our 6th time crossing the Continental Divide in Tiffy. She's got over 30,000 miles on her, and we haven't had a problem. We haven't actually slowed down today slower than 50 miles an hour. I don't see what the problem is with that. Gosh, the scenery here would be so much prettier if there were not bugs all over the window. But it's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm gonna clean the windows when we stop.
Yeah, we stopped.
Do you see that sign down there? It says Google is wrong. Don't go this way.
Are
It's
you
a flashing
serious?
highway sign set up on the side of the road. Said Google is wrong. Don't go this way.
Oh, that's funny.
That might be the title of this video. Google is wrong. Don't go this way.
So we were looking for a fuel stop. We found another Flying J, but we're gonna stop.
Yeah, it's in about 50 miles.
Right. And
And we get to go through a tunnel. What is it? Green River Tunnel?
yes. And if I remember correctly, they have cameras on the tunnel that take pictures of you or video you as you're going through.
Wow.
I don't know why, but you don't remember this? When we
Listen,
were on
all
this,
I was doing was hanging on to the steering wheel last time we came through here in the snow.
our friends told us about it, and evidently you can go to some website and watch yourself go through the tunnel.
Or we can go to Sharing the Journey and watch us go through the tunnel.
I'm just saying. Just a fun fact.
All right, we're still climbing.
But it's a slow, gradual climb, and
This one
hopefully,
is.
hopefully the downhill won't be a 6% grade.
Can I tell you, I leave this thing in tow haul mode, and the engine brakes and everything. I tell you, it's a great motorhome. We love it.
So we've run into some road construction. They're repaving the other side of the highway. You can see the trucks over there. So they've turned this side of the highway into 2 lanes. And look how the cones are on our side, but thank goodness we have this emergency lane. And the traffic's just not bad today.
No, it's very good.
Isn't this beautiful?
It is. I think we missed the photo of the cops. They're running a speed trap through here. And there's been 3 sets of cops that had people stopped on the side of the road. Wyoming Highway Patrol.
We're almost to the tunnel, I think. Rock Springs is where we're gonna go
Get gas.
to get gas. Just about
There's
every
the tunnel.
mountain side has a weather tower on it.
Alright, here's the tunnel.
Here comes the tunnel.
Where they say you gotta beep your horn when you're in the
Oh
tunnel.
my gosh, I don't know why. But you always seem to do it.
I do remember this now.
You remember it?
Yeah.
And supposedly there's cameras. Speed limit 65.
Going 54.
It's not very long. Because I can already see through the end.
Gotta be. I think I read that in the highway department book.
I don't know why I think that's cool. Oh wow, look at that train yard down there.
What's your sudden fascination with trains?
I don't know, but I like seeing the trains going through the mountains and stuff.
When we lived in Rosewood, we had one of the largest train yards in South Carolina in our neighborhood. And I don't
And you
think
never
one
took
time-
me to see it.
I don't think you ever expressed an interest.
All right, now we're headed for our first gas stop of the day. Exit 104, going to the Flying J that has RV lanes.
And it's been 198 miles since we got gas last.
And you said you're at what, about half a tank?
Just a smidge above half the tank.
And that's traditionally when he likes to try to get gas, is right about half a tank. He likes to go ahead and fill up. Because sometimes you never know when the next gas station will be. Or it was that way in Texas.
Well, things have been pretty spread out here too. Wyoming's pretty bare. You
In a
notice
quarter
that?
mile, turn left
Well, on
Elm
this
Street.
stretch,
Turn
they
left
have
on Elm
little
Street
pockets
and
of
take
small
left on the
towns
right.
that have everything you need in them.
That's an old bounder right there.
Then make a U-turn.
It's still getting down the road. It's even got a split windshield.
So you know it's at least 14 years old.
Who knows? We'll figure it out.
In 800 feet, turn right onto the I-80 West, US 30 West ramp to Green River.
Look at the stuff from the scene.
On the right,
It's
to
okay.
I-80 West toward Green River. Turn right onto the I-80.
There's the Flying J. Now we got to find the RV
They're
lanes.
over there.
In a quarter mile, merge onto I-80 West, US 191 South.
This is a busy little place.
Lights, turn left onto Stagecoach
These
Boulevard.
GPSs are angry.
Yeah, we got off of 80. Alright, look for a dip going in. Make sure
Continue on Stagecoach Boulevard
looks
for 1 mile.
flat.
Looks can be deceiving. I'm not sure I like the way this RV lane.
Jets
Yes.
in. That is kind of awkward, isn't it?
Yes, and then it juts out. That's gonna be tight with the Jeep.
Wow. Maybe we ought to leave a review. It is an RV fuel lane. We didn't have any trouble getting in, but look how we've had to park at the pump. I mean, it's very awkward. It wasn't just pulling straight in. Let me get you a view from the front. From the other side. So we did have plenty of room. It was just awkward. We're used to just pulling straight in. That's turned in to be a bigger job than we thought. The water's dirty and the scrubber's dirty and the sun's beating on the windshield. I don't know how good this windshield cleaning thing is going to be, but we're going to do the best we can.
Okay, that was a disaster. It's like they put milk or milk of magnesia
That's nasty.
in the
Don't talk
water.
like that.
It's awful. It's like it's like sour milk in the water.
Okay, but we're facing the sun, and I think the water was dirty, and the sun was drying it almost before you could fill it in. I mean, squeegee it off. Yeah, the window washing did not go
All right,
great.
I got my stay bill.
in. You want a receipt?
Yes.
So, what was it?
$3.12 a gallon, $117. I guess this one turns off at $125.
It didn't print a receipt.
I'll have to go inside.
So I don't know if you can see it, but that's what the windshield looks like after we diligently tried to wash it. We're going to use the onboard window washer and see if we can get it any better, but that's a mess.
All right, so we're hoping that the windshield wipers will clear it off. So whatever this Flying J is, don't go to it. You should see. No, you should see how I'm trying to get out of here.
Well,
But we're full.
I would suggest if you've got anything bigger than a 32-foot towing a vehicle, you're not going to fit in this RV lane. Correct?
Yep.
Because we barely fit. And they are doing work, but there is a curve there. And they've got these parking spaces blocked off, but there would probably be cars parked there anyway. And Alex having to really watch the Jeep because it is tight. So yes, it had RV lanes. Yes, we were able to get into it, but it was tight.
And the windows are 73% cleaner. But look at this, Cindy. I'm having to...
I know. If there were people at those gas pumps, you would...
I wouldn't be able to get out.
Right. No, very tight.
Head southeast towards Stagecoach Boulevard.
Would not recommend. But we got in and out safely.
Well, we're not out yet.
Well, I have confidence in you.
Turn right
And
onto
your
Stagecoach
abilities.
Boulevard, then turn right onto US 191 South.
So we've got to take a right here.
Yeah, I've just got to get the Jeep out of the parking lot.
I understand.
At the light, turn right onto US 191 South.
And we don't have bugs on the windshield, but we have got
In a
streaks.
quarter mile, turn left onto the I-80 East, US 30 East ramp to Wyoming 430 left onto the
So
I-80
did you prepay at this one too?
No.
And it let you go over 100?
I asked the lady inside because it didn't print a receipt. And they say that they go 125. So maybe because of inflation,
In a quarter mile,
maybe
merge onto
Flying J
I-80
has changed it
US 30
across the board to 125. She could not answer that when I asked her.
So back on 80 we go with a full tank of gas.
It says 259 miles to Cheyenne.
I-80 East for 200
All right.
miles. Continue on I-80.
And we pulled out into road construction.
But it doesn't look bad yet.
No, but I'm just saying it's only one lane. And speed limit's not down to 45 miles an hour.
These states have very limited season for doing road work. So they have to get as much road work done.
Alright, so I think the Berkey has moved and it's rattling and it's driving me crazy. So I need you to go back and check that. The refrigerator door was open, and when I parked to get gas, I had to pick all the casseroles up off the ottoman and the floor. So I think when I made that turn and we heard that noise, that was the refrigerator coming open.
Okay. But nothing broke. Casseroles are intact. They were in the snap
Tops.
top casserole dishes, so we're good.
Alright, go fix the Berkey.
Somebody's a little impatient.
So I wanted you to see out of the semi-clean window how desolate it looks. And you would think that in this not atmosphere, but terrain, there'd be nothing out there. But Cindy just saw a whole herd of pronghorns.
That's our first animals for today, isn't it?
For the whole trip, isn't it?
No, remember yesterday we saw alpaca,
Oh, that's
we
true.
saw cows,
Yeah, the pronghorns
we
were the
saw
first.
sheep.
Oh, we saw sheep today too.
We did.
Yeah. But anyway, I just wanted you to see the terrain, and it's hard to believe that pronghorns, which are kind of like the deer family, were out and about. So, well, we missed it. I wanted to show you the Continental Divide sign. We just went over it, 6,990 feet.
30, I thought it said.
No, we're at 6,924. Oh, you mean it said 6,930?
Yes.
Okay. 6,930 feet. What she said. So we have crossed the Continental Divide for, I think, our 6th time. It's all downhill from here.
Alright, so I just have to share this with y'all. Chance is doing a lot better this time. He's calmed down. But our cat I don't know if you can see that little black rim of fur coming out from underneath Alex's seat. Apparently she has a new riding spot. Oh, there's her little face peeking out from right there.
Because she knew you were
You
talking
can
about
see
her.
her eyeball. Anyway, that's her new hiding spot. She likes to sleep underneath there and squat at Alex's feet. Yeah, he's finding a lot of fun in that.
Oh yeah, a lot of enjoyment.
You know, animals just keeping it interesting.
Now tell them about the pronghorn that we saw standing right on the side of the road, and that's what we were talking about when we missed the Continental Divide.
Right, there was, well, we've seen two. There was a pronghorn that was literally these T-posts that you see, or these reflector posts with that mile marker.
You didn't grow up on a farm, did you? Call them
Shut-
T-posts.
I know, right? It was literally standing right there. And of course it happened too quick to get the camera on it. And then the fence line right out there, there was another one standing right there. Alex says they were standing too still.
So, when I was a cop, we did undercover work with DNR and Fort Jackson MPs, where we would set up fake white-tailed deer on the side of the road, and we would have somebody sitting in the woods to call in the backup, and drunks and people would pull over and take shots, and we would arrest them for poaching. I think those are decoys. We've seen a lot of cops on this road today, and I think that they're decoys for at night, and that they just left them out figuring people were just traveling through. But they were too close to the road, and they were too still, I think, to be the real thing. Put in your comments if you think they're decoys. I'm on team decoy.
Alex, wisdom for today, I guess. Alright, Alex just saw another sign. What did it say? Continental Divide quarter mile?
Well, it said Continental Divide Drive. So I'm wondering if, I remembered on one of the roads, it was either 70 or 80, we had to cross the Continental Divide twice.
That's the Continental Divide Road down there.
Right. So we're at 7,114 feet above sea level. So I think that we have crossed the Continental Divide again.
I don't understand.
Because there's one of them you have to cross it twice. It goes up, down, down. There's a guarantee that you will see, if the camera will zoom in or can get it, a fake elk on the side of the road that when we were going to Minnesota in February 3 years ago, we saw it and went crazy. Oh my gosh, it's the biggest elk we've ever seen. And then you looked behind it, it was plywood. Remember that? You remember?
Dude, you were so upset.
I was so upset. It was like the thinnest elk ever. Some farmer was having a good time with people. So we'll see if we can show you that. If it's still there, it's been 3 years. Well, we have solved the dilemma. We just drove by the Continental Divide sign at 7,021 feet. Of course, it's not on video. And what the other two signs were, I don't know. But it's official. It's all downhill from here. That's all I've got. I have to hire a new camera woman. Should have seen the face.
Really? Who's sitting over there with the navigation that tells you when shit's coming up.
We don't say that word on this channel. But neither one of these said Continental Divide. So, because my eyes are on the road.
And it didn't give me any fair warning. I was getting drinks and snacks.
Yes. If Apple Crisp, who makes this? Oh, if Bear Facts wants to sponsor Showing the Journey, this is my new
favorite snack.
road snack.
They're
Organic
organic.
Apple Crisp with cinnamon. So, we'll bring you back on the next Continental Divide sign that we come upon.
Or to just tell you about it.
Right.
Okay, that sign says Elk Mountain, 23 miles, Cheyenne, 126. So, I was looking on my Allstays, and when we were here before in February, in the month of February, in the snow, we've seen several signs that say, if this light's flashing, you have to exit here off of I-80. I'm thinking that's because the pass would be closed.
It's a pretty big grade, isn't it?
Well, I'm not sure what the grade is.
I just remember that when we came through here 3 years ago in the snow, that I was white knuckling, I was pucker factor to the max, and by the time we got to Cheyenne, I
You
was
were exhausted.
And then we woke up that next morning and the entire camper was frozen. There was snow everywhere. And I went into Walmart to get water. And the lady said, "Which way are you headed, honey?" And I said, "I'm headed towards Nebraska," I think, wasn't it? That direction we were going before we turned up. She goes, "Good, because they closed Elk Mountain this morning. You'd be stuck here for 3 days."
Yeah, she said they closed the pass.
I don't ever want to do any of this again in the snow.
No, absolutely not.
This is so much nicer.
So it looks like we're climbing for a little while.
We're at 7240 and going up.
Which is scarier, going up or down?
Down is harder to control, but up, you wonder if sometimes if you're going to make it, depending on the grade, without blowing up or something.
And then there was no sign that said it's a certain percent grade going up.
There's been no chain signs, or there's just been, if flashing, roads closed, get off signs.
Right.
Alright, I think we got to get over.
Yeah,
That guy's barely making it.
that oversized load there.
He's barely making it. He's creeping.
He is having a hard time.
Alright, so 7367 was the highest. So we're just riding the top of the mountain right now. We've been pretty much riding the ridge all day.
Yeah, it's been nice.
Yes.
The grades have not been for a long, extended period of time.
Right. It's been a lot more enjoyable on this trip.
Yes. So this is the last gas station before we start to Elk Mountain. That sign says
Town of Elk Mountain.
Town of Elk Mountain, Hannah.
We're still riding across the top at 7,300 feet. It actually shows we're going 7307. So we're just riding the top.
Oh, look at that. That's cows out there, isn't it?
Yeah. So what were you saying about all this new fencing, Cindy, that's on the side of the highway?
What do you mean?
You said only a country girl can get excited about seeing new fencing.
If you've ever had to put fencing up, you learn to appreciate stuff like that. They're flagging them down too, aren't they?
We're going 42. He can wave the flag at me all day long. Now we're going 30. I'm just glad to see somebody's working on roads.
Isn't it interesting how all of that was like desertous and now all of a sudden we've got this big patch of trees?
It looks like there's a river or stream right there, so it's wetter.
Still going up and away, but according to my map, we're supposed to be going down.
I think the down's over this ridge.
How would you like to live somewhere where they just shut the gate and they're like, nope, no passing through here today?
Yeah, I've said I'd like to live in Wyoming because it's one of the least populated states, but I wouldn't do well with not knowing if the road's going to be open or closed. Truckers come through here though year round.
Yep, they just have to keep an eye on the weather. And we always wondered what these fences were that were the wood ones out here by the interstate, and they're all at different angles. And Alec, you spoke to somebody at the campground?
Yeah, I spoke to somebody at the campground about it closing time, and he had Wyoming tags. So I asked him, and he said that they're barriers for the snow to keep the snow drift off of the highway, and they're based on which way the wind normally blows. Now, whether he was pulling my leg or not, somebody can tell me in the comments, but on this side of the road, they're all over the place. On the driver's side, there's not a one. So I guess the wind comes from the right.
From that direction. Woo, thank goodness we're out of road construction.
We're still going up. We're at 7720, and there's still more hill ahead of us.
I hope y'all can see these pronghorns and the whole herd of them. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there.
I'm trying, baby.
That's my fake elk, and he's moved in a herd of other cows around it that are real. That is my big fake elk.
Your big fake elk.
Yeah, my big fake elk was up there.
With a bunch of cows.
Real cows. Fake elk, real cow.
That's hilarious. It was here. Pronghorns again. Right on the road.
So we're 55 miles from Cheyenne. Are you sure?
And you're tired.
I'm tired. Yeah, are you sure we haven't gone through Laramie? Well, it says right here, Laramie. We're at Laramie.
Yeah, we're at Laramie.
And we're going downhill.
I don't know. Laramie is a big town. I think it's a university town.
We're at 7204, so we've come down 300 feet from the tallest part. And it looks like we're dropping downhill.
Well, what time is it?
It's not been 3:15, but
Okay, so at least we're not 5 o'clock traffic getting into a decent sized town.
No, we're gonna get in Cheyenne at 4:15, 4:30.
And we're
And
tired.
we're gonna call
we're
it
done.
a day. We were thinking about going into Nevada, Nebraska, one of the end states, and going to a Cracker Barrel, to be not a Cracker Barrel,
Cabela's.
a Cabela's, to be a lot more quieter. But I don't have another 120 miles in me.
And we don't need to push it.
No,
We're not on a major timeline.
I think we'll go get settled, take a nap, have some dinner, edit some video, and then go to bed. Maybe.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So it is, I guess we are climbing to 9,000 feet. We've been climbing for a while. I've got it to the floor. We're going way up.
And this is coming out of Wyoming.
We're going 38 miles an hour. I've got it to the floor. We're at 8,050 feet.
Wonder if he has an issue if he overheated.
I don't know.
It's pretty.
We're picking up a little bit of speed. We're up to 40. We're at 81.41.
See if we make it up to 9. This is the highest we've been all day.
This is higher than the Continental Divide.
Yeah.
We're at 82.40. I vaguely remember this because I was freaking out in the snow. We're picking up speed. We're up to 43 now. But I'm going to have to call Scotty and tell him to put on the afterburners. Star Trek.
No, I don't.
Give me all you got, Scotty. Aye, aye, Captain. So I'm a nerd at heart. Yeah, we're at 8407. All the temperatures are holding good.
That's good. Who says a gas motorhome can't do it?
I think we came through here that February. I was scared to pull in there because remember how icy the rest areas were?
Oh, that's right. And we weren't sure if we pulled off if we could get out.
Back on. 85.52. Look at these little cars like they got turbo boosters.
They might. The Lincoln Monument.
Alright, we're up to 45 miles an hour, 8,587 feet.
The truck couldn't even make it to the rest area.
Oh, his hood's open. Got her back up to 50. I do remember this now coming out of Laramie.
See, I don't.
Now, could you imagine going through Denver and it's 11,700 feet?
Oh, is that the Lincoln Monument? Are we going to be able to see it?
Yep. $86.40 is the elevation here.
Off to the left.
Yeah, I see it.
I know, but the Lincoln Monument.
That's pretty cool.
I didn't realize it was right off the highway like that.
Yep. We're back up to 70. Let her stretch out a little bit.
What elevation?
84.59. So we came down a little bit of a hill there. We're down to 6,070 feet. It's just been a gradual drop down into Cheyenne, which I don't know why I remembered it being a steeper drop, but maybe I was just so freaked out from the climb up we did on the trip we came through here before. So we're about 2 miles outside of pulling over from Walmart.
Look how big Cheyenne is.
Yeah, Cheyenne's a major city. You know, this road was just paved.
And it is bumpy.
It is the bumpiest road we've been on. There's the Walmart sign.
364.
Take exit 364.
See, these were the signs we were seeing. 80 closed, all traffic must exit. When flashing.
Oh, and they've got the
Oh,
bars.
they do have the bars here.
Wyoming 212 North College
Like I
Drive.
was saying, I-90
Turn
had.
left on South College Drive, then take the first right.
And we decided not to stop and get gas tonight because there's a Love's when we leave here in the morning, go in the right direction, that we're just going to stop it there and get gas in the morning.
And so we've got half a tank.
At the light, turn right on Campstool Way.
This looks like a big shopping center. Bigger than I thought.
In a quarter mile.
Holy smokes at the people in the Walmart.
I don't know if they're going to have room for us. This place is full.
Then turn right.
$2.88 gas?
What?
I think that's what I read.
Arriving at 580 Livingston Avenue on
See how
the
tight
right.
that is in there?
Yeah, getting in might not be a problem, but getting out might. No, this Walmart. You're gonna have to park up here. Well, seems like last time we parked all the way in that corner, in the left-hand corner,
Yeah.
is where we parked. Thank you. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. I think this is where we parked last time.
All right. Day number 2 is in the books. We're exhausted. We got off the road early, like at 4:30. We went 366 miles, spent $117 and some change on gas, and we dropped down when we got to Walmart parking lot to around 6,000 feet. Tomorrow we're headed into Nebraska, and we'll see where that takes us. Thanks for traveling along with us, and y'all have safe travels down the road.